and Marisa back in for more live reactions to
Kaitou, Sentai, Lupinranger.
This is Keisatsu, Sentai, Patranger. Pew pew. Pew pew. Pew pew. It's a show with many pew pews.
Yes, that it is. It is a show with many pew pews.
As opposed to, like, I do this for Ninja Steel, so I guess now I got pew pew for
We've been watching this for weeks now, and you've just come up with that, so I'm just a little bit like...
This is the 10th episode. Changes it up. Sure, why not? Some Red Bull.
Hi!
But, yeah. So I've been working on catching up on some things this past week.
Yeah, comic books.
Yeah, I've been working on catching up on the Patranger comics. I've been working on catching up on Hyperforce. Been working on CG work for Power Reviews.
Episode 84.
Episode 84, which is almost done. And also just coming up on the final 2 weeks of the semester. So all sorts of things wrapping up. Specifically, I've been working on catching up on the comics in Hyperforce because Power Rangers Hyperforce has its season finale next week. We're recording this on Tuesday night, so technically tonight is part 1 of the season finale, and next week is part 2 of the season finale, and then Hyperforce, I guess, goes on hiatus, and we'll see if they get a second season. I hope they do. I've been working very hard to get caught up on it, because live shows are late at night in our time zone, and, like, it's...
Live shows done in California are late at night in our time zone.
And I can't pause it while I'm watching, and so it's not something I can usually edit during. But I've been getting caught up through the YouTube channel, so I'm actually just now almost up to... I was just watching episode 18 earlier today, which made me realize, oh no, episode 19 is the Shattered Grid crossover. I gotta get caught up on the comics. So I've been catching up on the comics, and I'm working through it. I've just been catching up.
I've been having fatigue.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm doing.
Marisa's not feeling that well.
I slept until 2 o'clock today.
Yep.
By accident.
Yep. So yeah, but meanwhile I've been.
We do not have upstairs neighbors.
That vacuum cleaner is very loud right now, and I don't know why it sounds like it's coming from upstairs. It's very strange.
We do not have...
Oh, did it just end?
Yes, it did. Nice. But we do not have upstairs neighbors. And yet, every time our neighbors run the vacuum, it sounds like it's on our ceiling.
It's very
instead of next door.
But yeah, I fell behind on the comics for the longest time because I was missing issue 16, and I finally went out and got issue 16 last week. So now I'm I've been catching up through the comics the last couple days when I get a free moment. So I'm like up through issue 20, and so I've got Shattered Grid issue number 25. So I'm good to go on that. I think 26 just came out today.
Well, then it should be here in the mail in a few days.
Yeah.
That is the one thing about getting subscription. It doesn't arrive the day it arrives in comic stores.
Our mail's also been a little weird. I need to contact Boom. But I got some more information on that, so that should hopefully clear that stuff up.
Sort of following us.
Yeah.
Through several addresses.
Yeah.
Some of it follows us through several addresses, and some of it winds up back where we were when this all started. Because sometimes it goes... Because some of it what came to the school.
Yeah.
And some of what came to the school still comes here now.
Yeah.
After bouncing from the school. But some of it still goes to our address from before the school, where neighbor Christy lives.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for her, we'd have lost all of that.
Yeah, pretty much. So every now and again, I see her, and I'm like, hey, you got any of my comics? She's like, yeah, here's like 5. I'm like, thank you.
But neighbor Christy shouldn't have to be doing that.
No,
so we can get that fixed.
I found some contact info for Boom, so I got to email them.
Our place where we lived before the school was a lot cooler for getting to know your neighbors.
Yeah.
Because it had you went inside the building.
Yeah,
and everybody had the hallways and the doors. But now we have all the external doors.
Yeah.
So you don't have a neighbor coming across the hall because there is no hall.
Right. But anyway, so yeah, you should totally be reading the comics if you're not already, because they're great.
But the rent and layout are better here.
And Shattered Grid is out, which is, the big 25th anniversary event that is spanning across, it's spanning across the comics, it's spanning across Hyperforce as well. And
Hyperforce is spanning across everything.
Yeah.
I'm not actually watching it, but, he's watching it loudly.
Yeah. So I'm giving plenty of descriptions. And yeah, they span
Heroes.
They've covered at least 8 seasons.
Not with him, but with my right out of college roommate.
Hyperforce has visited at least 8 different seasons now.
Yeah.
Possibly more that I'm not aware of. I will find out soon enough.
But he'll watch them in another room, and I'll be like, "Wait a minute, is that?" He's like, "Yeah, they got them to visit."
Yep.
They got all these Power Rangers actors.
Yeah. The season finale that starts tonight should be pretty great. They got Karen Ashley, they got Mike Jin, they got Christopher Kamen Lee. So Aisha, Jem, and Andros are all going to be in the same episode, and that is insane. So just that description right there should give you reason to catch up on YouTube if you're not already, and subscribe to Hyper RPG on Twitch. So that's a quick catch up with some of the Power Ranger news that's going on, because this week, coming to some culminations there with Hyperforce and Shattered Grid being in full swing. So, separate from the Power Rangers world, let's get into some Sentai. With episode 10, if this will wake back up. There we go. Episode 10 of... What is it, hon?
Oh, Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger!
Versus Keisatsu Sentai Patranger. It's not over yet.
That it is not. Oh.
Magical sound. Oh, that was quiet.
It was very quiet. Try again.
There it goes. Okay, there it goes. I had to turn up the volume.
Well, I had turned down the thing before because I was watching Tomo News, and we were disturbed by a lot of Tomo News.
I think it's specifically the episodes that you're watching. I don't know.
I mean, I have been watching some interesting compilations.
Yeah. Their wishes. Yeah, last week was a little whammy.
Yeah. We actually had more to talk about after that episode than we usually do after.
Yeah. So, yeah, they lost a collection piece for the first time. Now, I'm skeptical on how much that's actually true. We'll find out.
I don't think it's true at all, but they do. So right now, this is a huge amount of pathos.
Now, if it is true, then that could be a
what were you doing?
A potential game changer.
What do you mean, what were you doing?
Yeah, he's not happy. None of them are happy. He got blade and scissors, but they couldn't get the other piece. Is Kokoro here? No? Okay. They were doing a slow zoom out for a moment. I figured he was just going to be sitting at the table with a tea, because he's a
that
jerk
would be
like
Kogure,
that.
But...
Aw, I don't want it to end yet. We only had 9 episodes. This isn't a limited series, is it? Yeah, no, I think so. And our neighbor's vacuuming again. Hey, Keishiro, you're awful.
You deserve that sneeze.
Are you? Okay, it's pretty cold tonight. For a moment I was thinking, is he allergic to cherry blossoms? Because that would be amazing.
Eddie gonna punch
dude, you, what? Wait, what's... Really? Really? Oh, you are...
Amazing amount of self-control.
Yeah. No, don't talk to... Why are you starting a conversation?
I don't want to look at you right now. Yeah.
Yes, he's upset, and he's upset because of you. It is none of you. No, don't. No. I'm deliberately trying to walk away from trouble, and you are following me. Why are you being awful? Oh. Zamigo. Mysterious treasures left by the Phantom Thief Austin Lupin, known as the Lupin Collection, have been stolen by the Ganglers, the thieves who fight to recover what they've lost, the police who fight to protect world peace. Whose side are you on? Yami no naka de futeki ni wa silhouette Shiratekeru, catch me if you can. Destiny yokoku suru Unto knowledge wo rikasuru Monodaki ni hikari hanatsu Manga fushutsu no collection Lupin kare ni mau Chase you up Ubai kerisu Ushinichi Toki wo takusu tame Dayaru mawase Lupin samete kuru Chase you up Yatsura ni adu Azayaka ni Lupin Ranger It's showdown Comes and goes.
I'm tired.
We didn't practice as well this week as we did last week, but we're getting there.
I didn't practice at all this week because I'm tired.
Fair enough. It's not over yet.
So what he's thinking now is that he can get the ice guy to undo what he did.
Exactly. And she's checking to see if maybe the piece might have been left behind during.
She's looking for scraps of it.
Yeah.
She's trying to put it back together.
Yeah, glue them up.
See what I said? Put it back together.
Interestingly, wait, there's no pieces of him left, it looks like. Yeah, that's a good point. Ghost didn't show up. There was no piece left.
You mentioned that.
Yeah. There's no safe left like usual. I can beat him. Maybe it can work. If nothing else, at least he could be avenged.
I was just thinking that myself, but I wasn't quite sure how to put it into words.
That guy was real. There we go. Who walks around chewing on ice. Here we go. Hey, Sekia. She's trying to find out. She's trying to pump him for info.
Did you guys, by any chance, get a safe?
Yeah, it's a huge pain.
She's not pumping him for information. Yeah. She's planting information.
That too, yeah. Well, I figured it serves both purposes. One, if he knows something, she finds out.
He scared the crap out of me with those arms.
Jim. Gotta scan. So what happened to Blitz? His usual tricks to escape. Interesting.
One of those, He faked his own death.
Yeah. I could go for a bit of a shake-up. Usually I just sit here and drink wine. Now I can sit here and drink wine talking about something slightly different.
He puts the mask up to his face like he's putting on glasses.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, dude, you know, it's got those ribbons you have to tie.
That's not really how that mask works. I do wonder sometimes how, like, some of those domino masks work in television with superheroes, because they seem to just be stuck onto the face.
Oh, those ones are self-adhered, clearly. Because, look, if you look at his, it actually has gaps, but the ones that you see on superheroes in TV appear to be self-adhered.
You found him.
In a way, not entirely dissimilar to those self-adhered bras that people use for really backless dresses. You know, the sticky stuff on them.
Yeah.
Because they also look like they're made out of sort of silicone rubber. So.
Right.
Stick-on silicone rubber is the thing.
Yep, that's a good point.
I was breathing.
Okay.
Dude, there's something very wrong with you.
Not the hat! Huh. He's got an ice pistol.
That's cold, man.
He apparently really likes these
ice jokes.
Yeah, he likes these puns.
And the ice puns apparently translate alright.
Yeah.
So I guess they have an idea in Japan, just like we do, of cold being a temperature and also cold being cool. That's one of the interesting things about other cultures, that their metaphors don't always translate.
Okay, let's see. So this is his true form.
We say it's a small world, and in some other countries they say, El mundo es un pañuelo. The world is a handkerchief.
Fair enough. Hey, Bletz. How did you survive? Is it his collection piece? That's right, it's police chain.
Either that or he has a teleport capability that he used just for a time.
I feel like it probably has something to do with his collection piece.
Probably.
Maybe it's a little one-up.
Help me. Heal me.
Alright, we're doing quick draw? Yep. Okay, and yeah, that is his collection piece. Everybody's just kind of looking at each other, not at Zamiko. You guys should really morph. Do a little masquerade.
I was going after the ice dude. What the heck are you guys doing? Yeah, he did.
Let's see if that'll work. They gotta get the treasure back. That was their job. Yep, you guys gotta do your jobs.
I just realized that the boys' domino masks are color on white, and hers is color on black.
Huh.
And I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a a gender swap thing, or if yellow on black just plays better?
I think it's the contrast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't notice that before. He's gonna need to get a new hat.
Yeah, he is. She can provide. She's a fashion designer.
I just find it hilarious that that like even without the hat, like he's pretty recognizable with that hair.
How do you not recognize the hair?
I guess that's a common hairstyle.
It's not.
Maybe it's popular.
The thing is, as far as I understand it, although many young people very much like to dye their hair,
not many do.
Yeah, well, apparently it violates school dress code.
Fair enough.
They will actually make you go home if you dyed your hair.
Yeah. Nice joke. Hey, English. That's always fun. Nice joke.
I remember reading a story about a girl who,
out of the way. Yeah, no. You guys got in the way last time. There's no way that's gonna happen this time.
Yeah, not again. A girl who had to, go through all kinds of trouble.
Whoa!
That's his usual trick.
That is a really cool trick.
He can leave behind a duplicate. Yep.
He basically molts. Yeah, that's how they describe it.
They just said molt, too, yeah.
Yeah.
A girl who had to go through all kinds of trouble to prove that her hair actually wasn't black, because the school was telling her, you have to dye it back, and she's like, I didn't dye it in the first place.
Oh, nice. Good job with the... No, don't you dare, you jerks.
Guys, did you do...
Is it open? Is it still there? Did she get it? She got it. She got it, yes.
Mika! Go!
There we go.
Refusal to comply, strike. I find that freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the number of times when you're watching, videos on YouTube about sketchy police behavior.
Yeah. Refusal to comply.
Refusal to comply turns out to be the only thing that they have to charge the person with.
Oh wow, he's got double guns.
It's just right, but they weren't complying because they had no idea why you were chasing them.
Whoa!
He's got 2 safes.
He's got 2 safes in their holsters that he just keeps drawing these guns from over and over again. What's up with these?
Why does he have to keep drawing new ones? Do they?
They seem to burst every time that he fires.
Yeah, they're one-shot deal.
Interesting. Whoosh.
Ooh. That actually damaged the Ranger cape.
Wow.
I mean, it was no surprise when it damaged his hat, because that's just a hat.
Yeah.
But if you can damage the Ranger cape, that means you can damage him through the Ranger suit with that.
Probably, yeah.
Adios. And those suits are...
Scissors.
Yeah!
Time for the new Thief Boost. Oh my.
Okay, you might be able to get through regular Power Ranger suit, but not through Thief Boost, which is a shield. Nice.
Shield and boomerang blade.
That's the Lupin collection for you. Always coming in handy.
Nice.
Boomerang, no!
Boomerang. Nice.
I couldn't.
Ah, there we go. Alright. What now?
Apparently, Gangler laughs.
Oh, he's got regeneration. He hasn't had a challenge in a while, I take it. Zamigo Del. Oh my.
What's with his things down here look like the opening of a, carnivorous plant.
I'm not sure.
Or lips of a demigorgon. Just the two down here.
They all seem to be based off prehistoric animals, but I'm not quite sure of of exactly what each thing is.
I thought you said you had him.
They got the base. They got so lucky. Oh yeah, there's a giant monster over there.
just so you know, guys, there's a giant monster.
Really? The police haven't been trying to deal with this guy at all?
Well, I bet they can, because Goody Starker's still annoyed with them.
Well, yeah, but they still got their gun. They still got their trigger machines.
Oh, that's true.
Like, are you really being that useless right now?
Apparently so.
I'm very frustrated with the Patrangers.
I'm just perpetually frustrated with the Patrangers. I told you from go that the Lupinrangers were going to be the cool ones.
Oh, fair enough, but the Lupinrangers are also pretty explicitly the...
What?
Whoa,
One,
whoa.
2, 3, 4. They're counting
What?
in the corner. 100.
Why? Oh, wow. Whoa, that is...
This country is great enough.
That is not... What was really good for that? Blade and scissors?
Well, presumably, his duplicates go down after one hit.
Yeah.
From what we've seen, his duplicates are not very durable.
Yeah. Let's see the combo. Again, it's just replacing yellow. That's so weird that they keep doing that. It doesn't replace...
Is she the right arm?
She's the left arm.
Now that really makes even less sense. If she was the right arm, it would make sense because, statistically speaking, that's your dominant hand.
They seem to really like to hold on to the Gatling gun that Blue has.
I mean, we're not going to replace Red. He's in the middle.
Right. I mean, you could. Hypothetically, you know, you just so long as they're compatible with the appropriate pieces, it's all that matters.
Let me back in.
Hey, cut it out. What?
What is he even doing?
Wow, this is
so apparently his situation is his own clones are messing up his day because they have minds of their own and are complete cowards that just want to climb back in his body.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Like, they didn't even have to try and figure out who's the real one, because all of the extra bodies were like, no, I want in! No, I want in!
Yellow pops out and flies away, even though it wasn't part of the configuration anymore.
I'll let you hold on to Blade and Scissors. Good, thank you.
Enough.
Where were you when everything went wrong, Koguri?
Thanks for the meeting!
Don't tell him about Zamigo.
I wonder how that translated. That's interesting. Yeah.
I love her pan-collared shirt.
Yeah. Hey, Keitaro, what's up?
いらっしゃいませ。開店早々なんて珍しいですね。しかもお一人。まあ。
He came to check on Kairi.
Yeah.
コーヒーを一つ。はい。まさか俺の様子見に来たんすか？いや、そういうわけでは。いいっすよ。
Kei-chan?
Chan?
Oh, wow, he just got away with that. This time we came out even.
That did not translate, because it came out as K-Man.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
It's a nickname. They turned it into a nickname.
Chan?
Kei-chan? Wait a minute. Yeah.
Chan is for little boys.
Yeah.
And women. He just realized that
Yep.
he called him Chan.
Whoa, we get a hammer next time, apparently. There's gonna be a cop movie about the Patrangers. What? Sakuya is getting recast as a woman, I guess, or something? I don't know what's happening. Well, is everybody gender flipping next episode? Interesting. I don't know what's happening, but apparently there's going to be a big hammer involved.
Well, you know, I always love it when they cross-dress the cute boys.
Yeah, it looks like the Lupinrangers are going to keep racking up more,
really
more mats.
little boys, though, because regularly that would be kun. I mean, like, little, like,
Yeah.
toddler little. I'm pretty sure.
No, I think Kun is a really little one, and Chan is...
No, for boys?
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
No, Chan would be school-age girls and toddler boys.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
pretty
that's
sure.
what it is.
But I'm checking.
Yeah. So I guess it's like, okay, baby. You're looking up Chan?
Let's see. Kun, persons of senior status to people of lower status. Yeah, like your boss could call you Kun.
Fair enough.
And most people call a young boy Kun. Chan is a diminutive suffix.
Yeah.
Using Chan with a superior's name would be condescending and rude.
Yep.
Chan is used for babies,
Yep.
very small children, and girls.
Fair enough.
Maybe used for very young boys, but the name dies off unless you are his sister. Also used for cute animals.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at least
unless you're talking to your baby brother, you would not use Chan on any adult ever.
At least Keiichiro was vaguely helpful in terms of mentioning his amigo this time, but, like, the cops were not... They are not in fine form right now. I really hope the next episode is a good episode for them, because they are not... They're not in very fine form. Because, like, why didn't they summon their Zords when the monster grew? Like, why didn't they do that? Like, if their big priority is destroying the monster, why did they stop?
That doesn't translate, though, because they just said K-Man, and it's like...
Yeah, it should have been something more like K-Baby or something, I think.
Widow policeman with a W.
Kitty K.
Yeah. See,
Anyway.
because K-Baby would have potentially come across as Hey Baby.
Yeah, or something
And
weird.
that's not a right translation.
I guess K-Man, it was just a simple thing, but...
K-Kiddo?
Yeah. But yeah,
Little K.
Little K. Yeah, I'm down for Little K. It's like his rapper name.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you just got away with that. And then of course it took him a minute, and then he was
Yeah.
like, wait! It's like, alright, that's better.
Wait a minute, I'm a kid. I will admit one of my favorite parts of watching Lupin versus Patranger is just doing the I'm a cop voice.
See, this is why I check those things out, because, like, a lot of things translate correctly, but especially honorifics and pronouns,
Yeah.
they tell you a lot that
Yeah,
the
exactly.
subtitles don't tell you.
But yeah, I'm actually quite bothered by the fact that they went through all the trouble. They were so obsessed with destroying Blitz twice.
But then when
when he grew, it's just like, no, we're done here. When he becomes an actual threat to the city, then no, we're done.
Here's the thing.
Like, what happened to
Even
them?
after the Lupinrangers made their Megazord and went to fight him,
Yeah.
once there were 100 of him,
Exactly.
where were the Patranger?
What happened there? Like, I get that this was the big intro of, the new combination, but, like, from an in-universe standpoint,
The Patrangers
What?
are
What?
not doing their jobs.
you guys are not doing your jobs right now. like this episode, yeah, you managed to track down Bletz, and that was great. You were helpful on that front, but like, you didn't finish the job. It's like, we found him, and we'll destroy him
Next week.
And well, I mean, we already destroyed him twice. We're done. We've had enough destroy. It's like, we're only
contractually out. Oh, shift's over.
You see, the case is officially closed after the second destruction. So after that, it's overtime.
The city can't afford that.
We can't afford that. We can afford to pay for all the property damage.
Wait, what makes you think they're paying for all the property damage?
I don't.
The Patrangers are just completely irresponsible.
They're
I don't trust them at all.
They're not doing well right now.
No, they're not.
And Keiichiro is just like not taking a hint with Kairi.
Oh my goodness. He was
just like
I understand that some people, like, they're checking on some... In some ways, it's like he's checking up on him, and he's following him like that because, yes, he wants to be left alone, but also, you know, I want to make sure that you're not out here trying to get into a fight and get yourself hurt.
Yeah.
I'm the police. But still,
his cluelessness
that is not how you do that.
Is gonna get him a beat down.
He needs to go to one of those courses that they supposedly have for police officers that... None of them ever seem to take, you know, the ones where, like, how to talk to people who are in an aggravated state of mind.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, they're mostly for, like, calls to so-and-so's trying to stab himself to death with a knife, so you can talk to him instead of shooting him. But that information would also be useful with a guy who you think is about to get into a fight for no good reason.
Kudos to Kairi for keeping his cool.
Oh my goodness, I was so sure he was going to deck him.
It was a close thing there.
He kept control of himself quite admirably, especially considering we're talking about Kairi. Who has a tendency to go off the handle.
This was an episode all about keeping it cool. Hey, if they can make acts fun, so can I.
I mean, he shook up one of his own teammates over that.
Yeah,
but
he was... Yeah. It's cool to finally get a proper introduction to Zamigo now after seeing him sort of in the background for a while. He's pretty fun. With his what, safes? Yeah.
Yes, I'm indicating his leg.
Yeah, they're like these. They were basically
his safes are gold.
Yeah, which I think is generally how like the general levels go, as opposed to the Monster of the Day levels. Like, I think Destra's might be gold, too, and Gauche.
Gauche just doesn't look gold to me.
No? I'd have to double check. Actually, you know what? I've got
Google it.
I've got the wiki up right now. I can take another look at a picture.
Oh yeah, wiki it. You got the Ranger wiki.
Yeah, it's a good resource.
It's where we get our lyrics from.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
But yeah,
villains.
Yeah, there's
Gauche.
Gauche.
Let's look at picture Gauche, because I don't think she has a gold...
Oh wait, we might not see... Well, let's pick Destra, actually, because Gauche it's on her back, so a picture probably wouldn't show. Destra, though...
I'm not debating Destra.
Yeah, he's got a pair of golds.
Yeah.
Gauche, I think, is gold as well. It probably won't show up on a picture because it's in her back, but...
We can try.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I think the generals are all gold. Are all gold safe. She just seems to have the one in her back. She doesn't seem to have a second one.
Well, it could be under her skirt.
Oh, that could be a surprise later.
She's got that velvet draping there.
Yeah, but I think she just has the one.
Well, that's not fair.
I think that's from just due to...
Why do all the other ones get two?
I think that's just they wanted to keep her design svelte, and actually I think that...
Wait, so you're telling me that she only has...
No, and then their leader, the Don, he only has the one as well. He's got the one in the center.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, but he's got chains all over him.
Yeah. Well, she's got bullet magazines all over her.
It's true. She, but for a moment there, what we were saying, they wanted to keep her design svelte. I was about to say, are you telling me that Gauche only has one safe for the same reason I can't find pants with decent pockets?
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. But it looks like
That's not true.
It looks
I
like
have found pants with
It
decent
looks like
pockets
Zamigo and Destra are the only ones with the double safe situation going.
Lee Essential Chinos. They have pockets.
Yeah.
They're not like great pockets, but I can put my hand in my pocket, so that's something.
I like the new Sword and Shield business they got going.
And butt pockets too.
Those Sword and Shields are always nice upgrades.
Except
I
it's
think,
not
for
quite a
swords.
sword. It's kind of
Well,
a boomerang.
yeah, it's a boomerang blade for Kyrie. But the Zord version is
Oh,
sword.
for the Zord. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
I like the Sword and Shield for Zords. We don't always get them, but I do like them. And every now and again, it's presented as basically an upgrade. Although, see, the only one that immediately comes to mind though right now is Wild Force, where it was actually a separate Zord that became a Sword and Shield. The Elephant Sword became Sword and Shield.
I never saw Wild Force.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
which one it was.
And I was informing them while you were informing me, because otherwise
Yeah.
they're going to sit here going,
Wild Force, Lightspeed Rescue, and
Mm-hmm.
Lost Galaxy, I think, are the three
that I have not seen. That is correct.
Yeah.
Because we are still finishing Time Force
Yeah.
and working our way through.
Those are 3 seasons that just do not get a lot of love.
Because we got like 3/4 of the way through Time Force, and then
we still haven't finished.
and that was like 4 years ago.
It was longer ago than that. We got to finish that up. We got to go back and finish it. I mean, I've seen everything, but I need to finish showing it to you. And then, but like Lost Galaxy, Lightspeed Rescue, and Wild Force are 3 seasons that just don't end up getting a lot of visibility. Those are 3 seasons I don't believe are appearing in Shattered Grid, at least not prominently right now. And those are 3 seasons that haven't appeared in Hyperforce. And
those are 3 seasons that I haven't seen, and it very rarely comes up that I'm missing anything because of them. Which is why we haven't really gotten around to showing them to me.
Fair enough.
And I've seen enough Time Force to get the Time Force stuff.
Yeah.
I'm so close to the end.
Yeah. We stopped right after the end of the Destiny arc, which is really like kind of the best arc of the show.
Yeah.
Like the finale's solid, but let's face it, the Destiny arc is the best arc of Time Force. They've just got that stretch of 10 episodes that are just really
it also
strong.
seems to have produced the Power Ranger with the most diverse post-Power Rangers acting resume.
Yeah, Erin Cahill's had a really good
Cahill
resume,
gets around.
but I mean, like, also
I really loved her in oh golly, what was that Canadian police show? She played a sniper.
You're thinking Amy Jo Johnson.
That was Amy Jo Johnson?
Yes. That was Flashpoint was Amy Jo Johnson.
Flashpoint was Amy Jo Johnson. Okay.
No,
I'm getting my Pink Rangers confused.
Erin Cahill's.
She was on NCIS.
She's a day player in a lot of different
things.
procedurals. She's also had recurring roles on a few like sitcoms and things.
Yeah.
She gets work.
We see her a lot. Hey, it's that person.
Yeah, I'm always happy to see her pop up, and she's such a sweetheart in real life too.
Yeah. Oh, like the other day, I was watching what was it, Criminal Minds?
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I wanted to watch this episode, and I'm like, oh, is there a Power Ranger in it? And then partway through, there's
she is.
Erin Cahill.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's her.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of what other seasons have had Sword and Shield swords. Like,
well, Mighty Morphin.
Well, Mighty Morphin had a sword and shield. The shield came and went, and the sword they summoned, but they didn't. It wasn't really like a separate auxiliary sword.
Oh, you mean an auxiliary sword that did that?
Yeah,
not just a sword that had a sword and shield.
Because I'm trying to think if this is the first time since Wild Force that they've done that. I don't think that it is.
Well, Mystic Force had a sword and shield, but again, that was part of the base.
Right.
That was base configuration.
Well, did they have a shield? I don't remember them having a shield. Mystic Force had all the weapons combined to make one big sword. But I don't remember it being I don't remember them having a shield from Mystic Force. I remember that Time Force had a sword and shield.
Time Force had a really big shield.
Yeah, it was combined from the crests of 3 different Time Flyers.
And it could be used to lock a lot of stuff.
I'm trying to think. Let's see. Not Dino Thunder, not Not SPD. Well, SPD. No, they had the sword and the gun. Mystic Force. No.
Oh, you know where the shield was in Mystic Forces? I think that
Well,
the red that rides on the dragon got one when they made the dragon.
Oh no! You're thinking Korak. Korak had his shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, when he was in his Centaur mode, he still had it too, and then it went into the chest when he transformed into Centaur's wolf. Let's just scanning through. Not Jungle Fury. They had auxiliary swords, but
They had one that was a mace.
they did. That was their.
That was elephant.
That was their elephant. It feels like every elephant does something different.
Well, it's good for the elephant.
They're very
diverse.
They're very diverse elephants. The elephant in Wild Force was a sword and shield. The elephant in Jungle Fury was a mace, and then the elephant in Ninja Steel is a twin axes. They just jump all over the place with those elephants. I know that a sword and shield come from the dragon in Ninja Steel, but I'm not placing a specific individual sword and shield Zord outside of Wild Force. This is a shame, because I kind of like that as an idea for an add-on Zord. It's kind of a cool feature.
And I highly doubt they're gonna adapt this one.
Yeah, probably not. We'll see. Everything's up in the air now.
I know.
Now that they've gone back to Go Busters.
They're like going out of order now.
Who knows?
No, now nobody knows.
Yeah, we also don't know if they're going to continue with super seasons or if they're going to switch over purely to singular seasons.
Well, singular seasons would probably be better, because the super seasons, the second season always seems to be terrible.
Yes and no. I think it's too early to judge Ninja Steel right now. It's not looking any better than the first season of Ninja Steel, but we'll see. And then
Like, Dino Charge was actually really good, but
And
the
then
second season Dino Charge was kind of eh.
the
Mega Force was terrible, but Super Mega Force was even worse.
Well, that's yes and no. Like, Super Mega Force at least had more original material. It just had more. Super Mega Force was more bizarre than Mega Force was. Mega Force was really. There was just so little original footage. It was just so copy paste. It was just so reliant on the Sentai footage that it was really, really underwhelming. And then Super Mega Force was just baffling. Because, like, what is happening right now? So it was, I would say Super Mega Force is more entertaining, but probably for the wrong reasons. And then Samurai and Super Samurai, I'd say they probably had a little bit more of their groove down by Samurai. By Super Samurai, I mean. Whereas Samurai, it was very stilted. So either way, we've yet to really have a good 1-2 punch on these things, unfortunately. Like, we'll see if anything gets stronger soon. You're tiring out. All right, we can call you Tyree, like Kyrie, except you're tired. You want to take a looping nap?
This is what happens.
Yeah.
Because we have a schedule to keep to.
Yeah.
And I cannot always be
all right.
energetic.
So, well, we probably talked enough about Zords and Power Rangers and other things that are not this episode. I was glad to see things get resolved in a way that was an interesting monster ability.
It was.
I really liked the application of that monster ability. It was really unexpected.
Really funny to me that they didn't even have to do the old which one is real, because all the fake ones were just like, I want to go back.
And also, they were just chopping them down like.
They were mowing them down like the lawn.
It's like a scythe with grass.
Right,
Great.
stop it. It feels like you're going to hit me in the face.
So, but yeah, I'm glad to see everything resolved. I want to see the Patrangers be better. Just be better. Don't go, doing your job only halfway. Don't go antagonizing people that have done nothing to you, that have committed no real tangible crimes. Just do your jobs. Focus on being cops.
Sometimes it's a little much to ask of the police.
Just get the bad guys. That's your job. Protect the people. That's your job. Don't just, after you destroy him, be like, oh yeah, somebody else can take care of the giant monster that's now, that wouldn't have been a problem if we had just left well enough alone. He'd gone into hiding. We could have just assumed he was dead and been fine. No, we had to go after him, make him a bigger problem, and then leave.
They did that partially because Umiko was like, did he get big?
And yeah, and like, and also they weren't thinking things through. They're not coming. They did not come across well in this arc at all.
No.
This was a bad twofer for them. Hopefully the next.
Jake, has there been one where they have come across good? Because I feel like every time
I liked Tsukasa's episode with the shark. They did fine in that.
Heal me.
Anyway, so I think we're pretty much running out of time, and we need to have some dinner. So until next time, farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you. Save us from the giant monster. No, I'm a cat.